Hello students. In today's session, we're going to see the remaining sums in exercise number 2.2, and all these sums are based on partial fractions. In the last session itself I told you. So based on that we are going to have nearly 6 sums. The first sum, example number 2.13. So I equal to integral 7x minus 1 by x square minus 5x plus 6 into dx. Actually, this we cannot directly integrate. So we can use the concept of partial fractions. The reason is the denominator, the degree of the x is 2, but in the numerator, the degree of x is 1. So if they are equal, we can use the working rule. I told you in the last class, numerator equal to a into denominator plus b, like that. But that is not there in that form. So we can use this form. So by using the partial fractions concept, so 7x minus 1 by x square minus 5x plus 6, that I take. Then the denominator x square minus 5x plus 6, so that I'm factorizing, so I get x minus 3 into x minus 2. So we have 7x minus 1 by x minus 3 into x minus 2. Why are we factorizing? Because when you do the partial fraction, you have to do it only for the linear polynomial. So even though you have a quadratic polynomial in denominator, split it into two linear polynomials. So x minus 3 into x minus 2. Now, as you know it, so a by x minus 3 plus b by x minus 2. This stuff we all know how to do. Now cross multiply, take LCM. So take x minus 2 and multiply with a. So a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 3, the whole divided by x minus 3 into x minus 2. So in this step, the denominators are same, so they get cancelled. So equate the numerators. So 7x minus 1 equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 3. Now our target is to find the value of a and b. So you assign different values. So a into x minus 2. How can you make the x minus 2 bracket 0? You can put x equal to 2 so that the bracket will become 0. So now first case, when x equal to 2. When you apply 2, you have to apply on both sides. So 7 into 2 minus 1 equal to a into 2 minus 2 plus b into 2 minus 3. Right. So 7 into 2 14 minus 1. So a into 2 minus 2 0. 0 into a 0. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Minus 1 into b minus b. So 13 equal to minus b. So b equal to minus 13. Like that. So now we have to find b value. So b we got it, a value. So you try to eliminate b. So you put x equal to 3 in the last equation. So 7 into 3 minus 1 equal to a into 3 minus 2 plus b into 3 minus 3. 7 into 3 21. 21 minus 1 equal to a into 3 minus 2 1 into a. Then 3 minus 3 becomes 0. 0 into b 0. So we have 21 minus a equal to a plus 0. That is 20 equal to a. So we got the a and b value. Take this a value 20 and b value 13 and apply in equation number 1. So we have the question 7x minus 1 by x minus 3 into x minus 2 becomes 20 by x minus 3 minus 13 by x minus 2. So we got this. And after that, give integrals on both sides. Okay, we can give integral on both sides. Now we have two terms in the integral. Give the integral to two terms separately. While giving, if there is constant, take it out. So 20 into integral 1 by x minus 3 dx minus 13 into integral 1 by x minus 2 dx. You know very well, if x has power 1 and the whole polynomial has power 1, we can apply log. So integral 1 by x minus 3 becomes log of modulus x minus 3 minus 13. That integral 1 by x minus 2 will become log of x minus 2. So that is the answer for this sum. Exercise number 2.2, sum number 5. I equal to integral 3x plus 2 by x minus 2 into x minus 3. In this sum, in the denominator you can see in the integrand part, the denominator they have factorized, that is x minus 2 into x minus 3. So directly you can apply the partial fractions. So take 3x plus 2 by x minus 2 into x minus 3 and write it in partial fractions, a by x minus 2 plus b by x minus 3. Now take LCM. So a into x minus 3 plus b into x minus 2 by x minus 2 into x minus 3. Right. Now the denominators here both are same. So we can cancel it. So we get 3x plus 2 equal to a into x minus 3 plus b into x minus 2. So now we apply the value for x to find a and b values. Right. To eliminate a, we can apply x equal to 2. Okay, so now while applying the left side, 3 into 2 plus 2 equal to the right side a into 2 minus 3 plus b into 2 minus 2. You can see b into 2 minus 2 I have underlined because that's going to become 0. 2 minus 2 is 0, so 0 into anything 0. So I have not written, right? So 3 into 2 becomes 6 plus 2 8 equal to minus a. So a equal to minus 8. Okay, now to find b value, we have to eliminate a. So apply x equal to 3. When you apply x equal to 3, you get 3 into 3 plus 2 equal to a of 3 minus 3 plus b of 3 minus 2. So 3 minus 3 will become 0. So a part will become 0. So 3 minus 2 become 1. 1 to be b. So b plus 0 b. The right left side when you solve you get 11. So a value is minus 8 and b value is 11. Take this and apply in the question. 1. So 3x plus 2 by x minus 2 into x minus 3 equal to minus 8 by x minus 2 plus 11 into x minus 3. You can see, right? So now we got it. Now integrate on both sides. While giving the integration on the right side, take the number out, give the integral only for the x part. So minus 8 into integral 1 by x minus 2 into dx plus 11 you take it out. So integral 1 by x minus 3 into dx. So 1 by x minus 2 when you integrate what? Log of x minus 2 and plus 11 of 1 by x minus 3 when you integrate what? Log of x plus 3 plus c. Example number 2.14. I equal to integral 3x plus 2 by x minus 2 the whole square into x minus 3 into dx. And this time also we cannot directly integrate. We can use the partial fraction. But in partial fraction we have three types. So one is the linear different factors, the last two sums what we have seen. And now we are going to see the repeated factors type. The last type is not factorable type. Now look at the denominator. You have x minus 2 the whole square into x minus 3. X minus 2 the whole square means x minus 2 into x minus 2, right? Okay, now let's see here. So when we do the partial fraction for this type, so take this 3x plus 2 by x minus 2 the whole square into x minus 3. Look at the denominator of the left side. The denominator x minus 2 the whole square into x minus 3. Which one is having a lower degree? X minus 3. So for that first you write. So a by x minus 3. Then plus b by, in this x minus 2 the whole square, leave the square and write the polynomial alone. So b by x minus 2. And for the last term c by, take the whole part, that is x minus 2 the whole square and write. So this is the rule to write this expression. And now here on the right side the star marked equation, this is the equation format we need. Now in this form only we are going to factorize the given question, right? So a value, b value, c value we have to find. So this equation is the important one, so I have marked it with red color. And now for this side, the right side, in the left side, right side of the equation, that we have to take LCM. For that, the denominator is nothing but the denominator of the left side. What is the denominator of the left side? X minus 2 the whole square into x minus 3. The same only you should get this side. So now do one thing, compare it. In the left side, right, the denominator, what you have? X minus 2 the whole square into x minus 3. On the right side, below a term, what we have? X minus 2. So leave that x minus 2 values and multiply the remaining part. What is it? X minus 2 the whole square. That you multiply with a. So you have a into x minus 2 the whole square, right? Now focus on b part. B by x minus 2. On the left side, what is the denominator? X minus 2 the whole square into x minus 3. So only one x minus 2 we have here. Cancel it. So what we will be having? X minus 2 into x minus 3. That you multiply with the b in the numerator. Now c, focus on the right side c. C by what? X minus 2 the whole square. How did now take this and cancel the left side's denominator. Now what will remain there? X minus 3. That you multiply with c. So now you got the LCM. So below the red color thing you can see the step. So this is the LCM. Now we have a common denominator that will be cancelled. So we get only the numerators as equation. So 3x plus 2 equal to a of x minus 2 the whole square plus b of x minus 2 into x minus 3 plus c of x minus 3. And this I mark it as green color. So 1. this equation. Using this only we are going to find a, b, c values, right? So first I apply x equal to 3. So when I apply 3 into 3 plus 2 equal to a of 3 minus 2 the whole square plus b of 3 minus 2 into 3 minus 3 plus c of 3 minus 3. So the 3 minus 3 terms I have underlined because that's going to become 0. So 0 into anything 0. So the b term and c term will vanish, right? So what will remain? A of 3 minus 2 the whole square. 3 minus 2 is 1, 1 square is 1, 1 into a. So a equal to 11 we get, right? So now like that we have to find the b value and c value. So I apply x equal to 2 in the equation. When I apply x equal to 2, look at the equation. So what we have, the green color one, 3 into 2 plus 2 equal to a of 2 minus 2 the whole square plus b of 2 minus 2 into 2 minus 3 plus c of 2 minus 3. Right, so the second term, first term and second term will become 0 because 2 minus 2 terms we have, that's why, plus the last term will remain plus c of 2 minus 3. What is 2 minus 3? Minus 1. So minus 1 into c minus c. The left side when you solve 6 plus 2 you get 8. So minus c equal to 8. So c equal to minus 8. After this we cannot apply any value to make the terms 0. So we learnt it. We have to equate the x square terms on both sides, right? So now take the green color equation, right? Here green color mark the equation. You can see 3x plus 2. So on the left side we have 3x plus 2. Do you have any x square term? No. So first I put 0 for that side, that is no x term, so 0. Okay, now the right side you can see in the green color equation a of x minus 2 the whole square. When you expand x minus 2 the whole square, what do you get? First term is x square. So before x square, the outside that element a we have, so when you multiply with x square we will be getting ax square. So we have a x square term on the right side, first term, that's going to be a, and second plus b brackets x minus 2 into brackets x minus 2. When you multiply the two brackets here, x into x, first will be getting what? X square, and before that we have outside a constant b that will be multiplied, so bx square. So now we understand, in the first term while we expand we get the first term as ax square. The second term when we expand we get the first term as bx square. So we have two x square terms and that's coefficients are a and b. So in that green color equation, the left side there was no x square term, so 0. On the right side the first term will be having x square and that's coefficient is going to be a, and in the second term of the right side you will be having bx square term. So b is the coefficient, so a plus b equal to 0. So we know the b value. What is b value? Sorry, a value. A value is 11. When this 11 is applied, we get 0 equal to 11 plus b. Now take the 11 to the other side, so b equal to minus 11. Now take the a, b, c values. I'm applying the star marked red color equation. So 11 by x minus 3, and b value we got is minus 11. So minus 11 by x minus 2, and c value we got it as minus 8. So minus 8 by x minus 2 the whole square. Now after that apply the integrals on both sides. Now we can separately give the integral. So while you give the integral, you take the numbers constants outside. So 11 into integral 1 by x minus 3 dx minus 11 into integral 1 by x minus 2 dx minus 8 into 1 by x minus 2 the whole square dx. So 11 into 1 by x minus 3, the whole power is 1. So log of modulus x minus 3 minus 11 into, here also integral 1 by x minus 2, here also the whole power is 1. So log of modulus x minus 2. Now minus 8 into 1 by x minus 2 the whole square. So here you have whole power 2, you cannot apply log. So for this we can use 1 by x power n formula. What is 1 by x power n formula? Minus 1 by n minus 1 x power n minus 1. So as per the formula, minus 1 by 2 minus 1 x minus 2 the whole power 2 minus 1 plus c. So in the first two terms I can see 11 common. So 11 if you take out, log of x minus 3 minus log of x minus 2. Then the minus 8 into minus 1 become 8 by x minus 2 plus c. And that's the answer. And 11 of log of x minus 3 minus log of x minus 2. We know log of a minus log of b become log of a by b. So as per that we get the last step, and that's all. Exercise number 2.2, sum number 6. So I equal to integral 4x square plus 2x plus 6 by x plus 1 the whole square into x minus 3 into dx. So this sum also we can do it by the repeated factor step, because in the denominator you can see x plus 1 the whole square into x minus 3. So that type. Now I have taken the integrand part, 4x square plus 2x plus 6 by x plus 1 the whole square into x minus 3. So in the left side, the denominator what we have, x plus 1 the whole square into x minus 3. So what is the linear among that, x minus 3? So first write that. So a by x minus 3 plus b by the x minus 1 whole square part, in that the inner part alone. So b by x plus 1 then plus c by the whole part, x plus 1 the whole square. You know how to take LCM. So when you take LCM here on the left side, you have right side, you have a into x plus 1 the whole square plus b of x plus 1 into x minus 3 plus c of x minus 3 by x plus 1 the whole square and x minus 3. So now left side and right side both have the denominator same, so we can cancel them. So we get the equation 4x square plus 2x plus 6 equal to a of x plus 1 the whole square plus b of x plus 1 into x minus 3 plus c of x minus 3. So this equation I mark it as 1, and that equation you can see red color mark, and that is going to be the final one. For this green color equation is going to help us, right? And now we have to find the ABC value. For that we have to substitute different values for x. So first I am going to apply x equal to minus 1, because then only a value will get vanished. So I apply x equal to minus 1. When I apply minus 1, I get 4 into minus 1 the whole square plus 2 into minus 1 plus 6 equal to a of minus 1 plus minus 1. So it will become 0 plus b of minus 1 plus 1, then minus 1 minus 3 plus c of minus 1 minus 3. These all things we are obtaining from the first equation by applying x equal to minus 1. So we get an while solving this we get the answer 8 equal to minus 4c. So c equal to minus 2. And now the next value we are going to apply is x equal to 3. So when you apply x equal to 3 in 1, this green color equation, we get 4 into 3 square plus 2 into 3 plus 6. Can you see? Yeah. Now the right side when you apply, you get a into 3 plus 1 the whole square plus b into 3 plus 1 into 3 minus 3 plus c into 3 minus 3. So the b term and c term, they have 3 minus 3. So they will become 0. So a term only will remain. 3 plus 1 the whole square. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 square is 16. So 16a equal to, the left side when you solve you get 48. So below 48 if you take 16, we get 3. That is 48 by 16 is 3. So a equal to 3. Okay, we got the a value and c value. We have to get b value. For that I'm going to take the first equation, this one, and in this I'm going to equate the x square terms on both sides. Now look at it. On the left hand side we have x square term. It has coefficient 4. So 4 is equal to, while equating the x square term on both sides, 4 is equal to, on the right side, x plus 1 the whole, a into x plus 1 the whole square. When you expand x plus 1 the whole square, definitely you will get x square term, and that when you multiply with a, you get ax square, right? Like that, when you multiply the x plus 1 bracket and x minus 3 bracket, you will get x square term, and that will definitely get x square term, and that will be multiplied with b, so bx square. So the right side will be having two x square terms. One is ax square, the other is bx square. So equate the coefficients alone. So a plus b. So 4 equal to a plus b. We know the value of a. A is 3. When you apply 3 and take it to the other side, we have 4 minus 3, 1. So b equal to 1. So after getting the a, b, c value, apply in the star marked equation here. So we have this format, integral 4x square plus 2x plus 6 by x plus 1 the whole square into x minus 3 dx equal to integral 3 by x minus 3 plus 1 by x plus 1 minus 2 by x plus 1 the whole square into dx. Now give the integral separately to all the three terms. When you give it, you have 3 into integral 1 by x plus x minus 3 plus 1 by x plus 1 integral dx minus 2 of 1 by x plus 1 the whole square dx. 3 into 1 by x minus 3 when you integrate log of x minus 3 plus 1 by x plus 1 integrate log of x plus 1 minus 2, let it be. Integral 1 by x plus 1 the whole square cannot be applied by log formula, because x plus 1 the whole square, the power is 2, it's not 1. So apply 1 by x power n formula. So minus 1 by n minus 1. So 2 minus 1 into x. In the x place we have x plus 1. So x plus 1 the whole power 2 minus 1. While solving we get the answer. Integral 4x square plus 2x plus 6 by x plus 1 the whole square into x minus 3 dx equal to 3 log of x minus 3 plus log of x plus 1 plus 2 by x plus 1 plus c. Now exercise number 2.2, sum number 7 we are going to see. So this is the third type, that is a partial fraction for not integral non factorable type. Okay, so I equal to integral 3x square minus 2x plus 5 by x minus 1 into x square plus 5 into dx. So normally in the denominator we'll be having distinct factors or repeated factors, but this time we are having a quadratic expression in this equation, red color equation you can see on the left side. 3x square minus 2x plus 5 by x minus 1 into x square plus 5. So for this we are writing the partial fraction. What is the linear among this, x minus 1 or x square plus 5? X minus 1. So a by x minus 1 plus, here the x square plus 5 term is not factorable because we have x square plus 5. Suppose if we have x square minus 5, we can factorize it by a square minus b square formula, but that is not possible here. So for that not factorable type, on the right side you can see x square plus y denominator term. For that the numerator should be a linear polynomial type like an x term and a constant term. So we have written that as bx plus c, right? So for this not factorable type you keep in mind, so which are not factorable type, with the x square term if you have plus number it cannot be factorized. So for that type the numerator part must be bx plus c. So this is the formation of this partial fraction type red color equation you can see. Now the normal LCM you are doing, you are cross multiplying a into x square plus y plus bx plus c into x minus 1 the whole divided by x minus 1 into x square plus y. So as usual cancel the denominators, so we get the equation 3x square minus 2x plus 5 equal to a of x square plus 5 plus bx plus c in one bracket and into x minus 1. So this is equation number 1. So we are going to apply different values for x to get the values for a, b, c. So first I apply x equal to 1. When I apply 1, 3 into 1 square minus 2 into 1 plus 5 equal to a of 1 square plus 5 plus b of b into 1 plus c, outside the bracket 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So 0 into that bracket 0. So we have only one term on the right side, that is a into 1 square is 1, 1 plus 5 is 6, that is a into 6, 6a. So the left side when you solve you get 6, 6 equal to 6a, so we have a equal to 1. And now we cannot apply any other values, so we simply go for 0. When x equal to 0, what happens, the green color equation becomes 3 into 0 minus 2 into 0 plus 5. So we get 5 on the left side. And the right side, a into 0 plus 5, right? So a into 5 plus b into 0 plus c. So c alone we get, and into x minus 1. So 0 minus 1. So minus 1. So we have 5a minus 5. What is a value? Already we found 1, and that you apply here. So 5 into 1 becomes 5. The 5 when you take it to the other side you get minus 5. So 5 minus 5 equal to minus c. So 0 equal to minus c equal to 0. And now we don't have any other choice. We have to equate the x square terms. So go for equation number 1, the green color equation. Equate the x square terms. The left side the x square term is 3. The right side a into x square plus 5. So a when you multiply inside you get ax square. So a is one of the term, plus bx when you multiply with the x bracket you get bx square. So you have b. So we have 3 equal to a plus b. Now a value we know 1. When you apply 1, 3 equal to 1 plus b. Take the 1 to the other side. So 3 minus 1 equal to b. So b equal to 2. So after knowing all the values of a, b, c, apply in the star marked red color equation. So a value is 1. So 1 by x minus 1 plus b value is 2. So 2x plus c value is 0. So 2x by x square plus 5 you have, right? So now we got this. So integral 1 by x plus x minus 1 plus 2x by x square plus 5 into dx. Now separately give the integral. So integral 1 by x plus 1 into dx plus integral 2x by x square plus 5 into dx. So 1 by x minus 1. Here the whole power is 1. So the answer is log of x minus 1 plus the next integral also we are using log answer. Why? Because it has the property. Look at the integral, the second term integral. Integral 2x by x square plus 5. The denominator we have 2x square plus 5. When you differentiate x square, what do you get? 2x. When you differentiate 5, 0. So it is there in the numerator. Can you see? So the denominator is the function and numerator is its derivative. So when you have the function in denominator and its derivative in the numerator, then the answer will be log of denominator. So log of the denominator x square plus 5. So it looks like log of x minus 1 plus log of x square plus 5 plus c. It looks like log a plus log b. What is log a plus log b? Log ab. So log of x minus 1 into x square plus 5 plus c. While multiplying, we get the answer log of x cube minus x square plus 5x minus 5 plus c. Students, please practice all the sums what we have discussed today. And one example I want to give you as an homework, as a homework sum. Example number 2.15. So it is based on the last type what we have seen, right? Like sum number 7. So it's a very easy one. Try it, then only you can understand. And whatever the sums I have taught, first before attending the session or just after having one time view, you please write the sums in a paper and then you see the sum, then you see the explanation, you can understand much better because these are to be taught usually on the board, but we have the less what to say, the provisions to take the class even at our home. So we try our best to give you the best. So please understand. So write all the sums in a separate note and have a glance, practice, then only you can understand. Right? Thank you.